Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to the English session after a long time. In fact, it is not after a long time, but the reason I told you this is going to be a long time, after coming to know that most of you have skipped the videos, most of you did not access online classes, right? So this is the month of September, and even the government has officially announced the commencement of online classes. Right? So this video is going to be quite lengthy, and I am sure that you are impatient, but we do not have any other choices. You are requested to listen to the video carefully, because this is going to be a revision video. Before we get into revision, I would like to speak about few points, and it may take another 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, right? The reason why did I tell you that I need to speak to you is, we have been conducting a lot of revision classes. We have been conducting a lot of worksheets in the form of assessment, but the response was very poor. What made you to be so lazy? This particular lockdown period, did it make you really a lazy person? So when we come to know that the things are not on the right track, we really got it disturbed. So when are you going to be in the track? My dear children, it is your future. You are going to pay a heavy price in case if you do not listen to the online classes. Not only online classes, let it be whatever. Right? Whatever related academics, you are not supposed to miss it. Right? Then how do you overcome this learning gap? Right? We the teachers are there with you to take you into the world of academics. And we have planned an examination, and your examinations are going to be in the first week of September. For that we need to prepare. So my dear children, let me tell you some of the feedbacks, or let me share some of the feedbacks which I received from your parents. Yeah, the major concern was, still there are people who have not got adjusted with the online classes. They feel this as very difficult. Okay, then my question to you is, do we have any other alternative other than online class? We don't have, right? So in what way we can overcome this problem then? There is no other option. You have to make yourself very sure that this class and everything is for you. Then we can definitely do it, right? And we know that we were a little bit fast in the initial days, and this is the time for us to revise, and we are here to help you out with that. So with this video I would like to clarify one more thing. It is mentioned that there is going to be 3 units in your syllabus, in your examination. Let me clarify, we have got only 2 units, that is the first unit and second unit. We do not want to trouble you by giving more and more videos. Alright, so what we are going to have is going to be the revision for this upcoming assessment, and what kind of questions can be expected for that. Right, so yesterday I had a Zoom meeting with some of the boys of 9th class, and I talked to them about unit number 4, which you have learned in 8th class. Do you remember it? What was that? The fun they had at school. That particular lesson clearly mentioned how the future schools are going to be after 2100. But right now, you need not wait till 2100. The scenario has really come in front of us so quickly. No one expected that this is going to be so quick, right? See how the world changes so quickly. So it is mentioned in those lessons that Maggie was supposed to be in her house almost all the time. There is no particular concept of schooling and all. So right now you are also facing the same kind of difficulty or problem, that you do not have any access to any of your friends. Okay, right? So let us get adjusted with this. Definitely we will overcome, and slowly you will be a part of this change. Okay, dear children. So now we can start. So before we start this particular thing, I would like to talk few things about the examination as well. So remember, dear children, this is purely a time-based examination. So let me tell you, time-based examination. The timetable was sent to you already by your mentors, and you can attempt the examination only during those particular time, and you cannot re-attempt. So make sure that you already had a word with your parents, and your mobile should be available with you, and also you should have the internet connection as well. So all the arrangements should be made well before the examination. Okay? Right. Second thing is, what kind of questions can be expected in this right? You know that this is not a physical examination, so there are a lot of difficulties for us to put all sort of questions. For example, can I put discourses in online test? If the answer is going to be yes, of course we can put discourses. But the problem is, how do you write? If you write, how shall we correct it? So correction is going to be a big problem for us. So I would like to tell you that we are going to have only MCQs in this examination. Let me tell you, we are going to have only multiple choice questions. Right? And what all we included in this multiple choice questions. So that is what we are going to discuss. So coming to unit number 1. The first lesson is going to be snake and the mirror, then duck and the kangaroo, little goat. Based on these 3 lessons, we are going to have questions with choice, right? So you need not relax too much saying that, oh, I can attempt the exam so easily by clicking A, B, C, right? You need to think well. We have prepared the questions according to your levels, and followed by the grammar, types of sentences, parts of speech, phrase and clause, editing. These are the videos that we have included. These are the videos that you have gone through initially, right? So questions can be expected from this as well. So some of the sample questions can be discussed here even, so that you will get an idea how you need to write the examination. Okay, dear children. So right now, let us get into the lessons quickly. Okay. So what is snake and mirror? You guys remember it very well, right? If you remember it very well, okay, very good. If not, let me explain what is snake and mirror. I would like to give you the summary of this lesson quickly. Okay, so snake and mirror. Who was the author of Snake and Mirror? Vaikom Muhammad Bashir. And he was a very famous Malayalam writer who was also a freedom fighter from Kerala. Okay, right. So he was a very famous writer that his fame has gone almost all over the world. So this is a very beautiful narrative in which he tries to communicate us the element of humor, right? So nobody is there here who do not like humor, because humor is some kind of thing which gives us a lot of energy, which gives us some kind of entertainment. So Snake and Mirror, it is a narrative written by Vaikom Muhammad Bashir, in which the main character had an encounter with a snake, and how did he come out of the snake? That is what, right? We had already told you the school started providing you the study material, and you can come to the school and get the study material, which is already prepared by us, and everything is mentioned in detail in a very easy way. I think you can definitely purchase so that you get an idea. So right now, Snake and Mirror. So the main character of this Snake and Mirror is going to be a doctor, homeopathic doctor, right? And his name is not mentioned, and he was speaking to his friends about his experience that he had long back, right? So nowadays, most of the people, there is no chance for us to sit together, not only for you, even for us, because of this current situation. In olden times, people used to gather under a tree, and they used to discuss many things about their day-to-day kind of things, right? So our hero, the doctor, he was talking with his friends about the experience, and when he was a bachelor and he was practicing to become a doctor, right? And in between, he had gone through many difficulties, because those were the initial days of doctor, and he was struggling to get the money. When you think about doctor, what do you get in your mind? Doctor must be a very rich person, and they are very professionally qualified people, etc. But our hero, this particular doctor, is not such a doctor who is very rich. He had only some money, where he did not have a luxurious life. He was living as a bachelor in a small room, where that room was very old, even it was not electrified, which means there was no electricity at all, right? So that was the condition, and we already learned that that particular room had lot of traffic. Traffic of what? There was a lot of traffic of rats, right? And he used to get a lot of disturbance, but he never minded, because when you are habituated to certain things, we will not be bothered about it. So here what happened? the doctor, he regularly listened the sound of rats, and one day he happened to listen to sound again, and he thought that might be rats. So he did not think about it too much and he ignored. But the things were different. He was not getting sleep because that was the summer season. So due to summer season, he was not getting sleep. He wanted to have some fresh air. So he started moving here and there, right? And after that, he went and started reading a book, Materia Medica. Do you remember it? Yes, he started reading those books. And while he was reading, he happened to hear that sound once again. It was a very heavy thud, as if something was falling down. Then when he turned, he could see that there was a big cobra which fell and it started wriggling over his left arm. So this is what he saw. So imagine the situation, how it is going to be. Right. So it was a very terrible moment. If a snake followed you, how do you feel about it? You will be really disturbed, you will be really terrified about it, and definitely it happened to him as well. He was unable to do anything, and because if he starts moving, what may happen? The snake may attack him, right? So he started praying to God, days, etc. And finally, he got a chance to escape because there was a room in his house. Sorry, there was a mirror in his room, and he saw that particular mirror, right? And I missed out some of the things initially. What was that? When the doctor was reading a book, he was really tempted. He got tempted to the mirror, right? And he was thinking about too many things when he saw that particular mirror, right? And the same way, the snake also got attracted to the mirror, and the doctor got a relief, right? And finally, he was about to come out from the grip of the snake, and he got relaxed. And the next day, he went to, not the next day, the same day, he went to his friend's home and he called him, and they together came back. And what did they do? They started searching for the snake, and the snake was not at all there, but they saw something that one of the thieves stole all the things of doctors except his audio brief. So this is what the very simple summary of this particular lesson. So first let us discuss about snake and the mirror. So what kind of a lesson is Snake and the Mirror? It is a narrative written by Vaikom Mohammed Bashir, and definitely this is a humorous lesson where we all enjoy. We all enjoyed it since it was such a funny lesson where people have got a lot of laugh in between, right? So let me tell you the summary in very brief. And my dear children, you have to download the textbook, or you need to get the textbook from your friends, or even you can come to the school to get the textbook, right? And the workbooks, worksheets, all the things are available in the school. Please get it. It is very difficult for us to go forward without the textbook. So the people who did not listen to the class, the people who skip the class, for everyone, this summary can be useful, right? So the main character of this story is a doctor who is a homeopathic doctor. Homeopathy is one of the branches of medicines, right? And he was practicing to become a doctor, and the story happened long back, right? Where the doctor, he was explaining his experience with a snake. So right now, when you are with your friends, you get a lot of chance to interact with them, right? Once upon a time, people used to gather under the tree or in public places, and they used to talk a lot. So here our doctor too has got a chance to discuss with his friends about his experience. He was speaking about his experience that he had long back. So that was the time the doctor was practicing to become a doctor, and he was in a rented room, and which was also a very old room without electricity. And our doctor was a bachelor, so he used to have a lot of sense about his well-mannered, right? Because most of the people before the marriage, they wanted to look better in front of others, right? Our doctor was also a same kind of person. And as usual, the doctor had his dinner, and he came back from the restaurant, and he's back to home. Since it was the summer season, he did not get sleep. He started moving here and there, and he decided to read some books. And he went inside the room and he took a book, right? And that was a medical book. And do you remember what was the name of that book? Materia Medica. He started reading that book and he involved in that. And in between, one more thing the narrator told, that is, that was a room which was very old, and due to that there were a lot of rats. And how beautifully the narrator has mentioned it. There was a regular traffic of rats, which means there was a lot of disturbance from the rats. So when the narrator, when the doctor was reading, he regularly hears such kind of sounds. So that day even he started hearing a lot of disturbances. So he did not mind those things. Right. So when he was reading the book, he saw the mirror which was nearby him. Right. So mirror is something which has got the power to distract your attention, right? So if there is a mirror, what do you do? At least, this is, imagine this is a mirror. Okay, then Prashant, you are very good. Okay, this is so nice. Okay, this lot of thoughts will come in your mind. The same thing happened to our doctor as well. Actually, he was supposed to read the book, but his attention got diverted to the mirror. He started looking to the mirror and thinking that I'm a stylish bachelor. I should get married quickly. If I marry, then I should marry a very rich lady who is fat. So normally, sometimes some people do not want to marry the fat people. Anyway, we are not supposed to make anybody shame in the name of their body and all. But our doctor is a very generous person who wanted to marry a fat lady. But here the reason is he is not so generous. The reason is he was very naughty guy, where in case if he does any naughty things, his wife should not follow him. He can escape by running so that she won't follow him because she is very fat. This is the reason. And also he decided to grow the mustache and beard and all the things so that he looks very much better. See, this is what happening when he was preparing or when he was reading the book. Same kind of things may happen to you even sometimes, right? Because when you are about to prepare something seriously, what happens? Your mind will go somewhere else. The same thing happened to Dr. as well. And when he was thinking about all these things, finally he heard that sound. But he did not mind it because regularly he hears the sound of rats. And finally when he heard the sound, he just turned because that sound was a little bit heavy. Then he realized that there was a big snake fell on the ground. And immediately, and what happened? It started slithering, it started wriggling on his arm. So imagine that if there is going to be a snake on your right arm or left arm which is surrounded you over your arm, how terrible the situation is going to be. Right. Same thing happened to him as well. He was totally shocked and he could not do anything and he was thinking what to do next. Imagine if there is going to be a snake on your arm, how that situation is going to be. Same thing happened here. And doctor did not move any inch also because it is a poisonous cobra. If he moves, there is going to be a chance it may attack him. So he controlled himself and he started thinking, oh God, please try to save me from this deadly poisonous snake. Otherwise, I am going to die today. And he started thinking about all the things and he started praying in his mind that, oh God, please save me, please save me, please save me. When there is a difficult problem, most of the people start thinking about the God event, right? Same thing happened to our doctor as well. But the cobra doesn't want to do anything. It was still there only. Then happened a miracle. What was that miracle? The cobra started turning towards the mirror, right? Then he got something in his mind and we do not know what it is, but author feels that the snake suddenly got attracted towards the mirror and it started unwinding itself and it started moving towards the mirror, right? Then the author got relaxed. He feels that, the author feels that, why did the snake move towards the mirror? Is it the snake which wanted to enjoy its reflection like close to quarters? So whatever the reason, he got a relaxation from the grip of snake. The moment the snake moved away, he jumped out of the room and started moving towards his friend's home. Right? And he took a deep bath because the snake was there, right? And came along with his friend back to his room. But they could not find. They searched everywhere, but they could not find the snake. And one more thing happened over there. That was when they came, a thief who stole all the things and left the place. Except one thing, first of all they took what was the thing left by the thief? He did not take the the banyan of the doctor, because even a thief doesn't want to have it because it was such a dirty one. So this is the very brief summary of the result, the snake and the mirror. So what kind of questions can be expected in the examination from us? Okay, you will, as I told you will have only multiple choice questions for the examination. Even the questions like this. What kind of a text is this? So options will be A, narrative, B, story, C, drama. In such a way you can get the questions. Okay? Right. And you will not get any big question answers. If you read the textbook, I am sure that you will be able to write all the answers. And we are not going to trouble you by giving big question answers to you. Okay. Now, coming to the Duck and the Kangaroo summary is going to be, which is a very simple poetry. Sometimes you will feel that how this can be possible, right? It is an illogical poem or nonsense poem, I can say. So the poet name is Edward Lear, and if you read the description of this particular poem, you will come to know that it is clearly mentioned in the textbook that Mr. Edward Lear, he was considered as a nonsense poet who used to write some kind of nonsense poems. But there will be some underlying message in it, right? Because his style was unique, he wanted to give something special to the people. This is a poem of two friends, right? Imagine that they are human beings. So here the poet has given the personal feelings to them. So in figures of speech we call it as personification, right? So the duck and the kangaroo. So the duck is a bird which lives in a very dirty pond, and it wants to enjoy the world. It wants to move here and there. It really fed up in its life. So it wanted to have a ride, and it met its friend kangaroo, and it is requesting the kangaroo to take him for a ride. Right, and it is requesting, yes, I won't do any kind of difficulties. You may please allow me to sit on your back. I will sit silently. I won't say anything except to quack. Right. So the kangaroo, after a long thought, it is agreeing that yes, my dear friend, I will take you for a ride to Jelly-Bolly, which is an imaginary place, and finally both the people became very happy. So in a very brief way, I said, I know that in between I skipped some of the lines. But as a part of summary, I would like to tell you that this is a very good idea. So the underlying message of this particular poetry. So what is that? A friend in need is a friend in need. Or in another way I can say that if you are ready to help your friend who is struggling, who is in difficulty, definitely it is your responsibility to help them, and those person will help you. And their happiness will make you also happy. So a kind of mutual understanding, mutual help. So that is what the underlying message of it, right? And when you are about to help somebody, you may get some thoughts in your mind as well. What I am going to get back from this person? Really, am I going to suffer on a lot? Such kind of thoughts. Okay, but if you really love your friend, it is your responsibility to help them. So such an underlying message. That is what the Duck and the Kangaroo says. Finally, if you come to Little Bobby lesson, another funny story, a very small one, but you cannot expect any tough questions from this lesson. So Bobby is a very young guy who is celebrating his birthday, and he wanted to have a bike on his birthday. So as a school student, if you request your parents to get a bike, do you think you will get it? No chance, right? So here the same thing happened. He went and requested his mom to have a bike. So mom was busy in her kitchen, so she did not say no because she doesn't want to hurt her son on his birthday. So she got an idea that, my dear son, you go and write a letter to God, and if God becomes happy, he may give a bike. But please be true. Then Bobby understood that really he is going to get the bike, and he started writing letters one by one. So he wanted to impress the God, so he started writing a lot of extra things on that. Like he was a very good boy and he is supposed to get the bike, etc. etc. But after some time, Bobby started feeling, no, if I write this word is so powerful, he knows about everyone, right? And he knew that he was not a great boy, so he changed very good boy to good boy, then good boy to okay boy, then average boy. Finally, he said, God, if you want the bike, you please give me. In such a way, he wrote it. But Bobby later on started feeling that he is not going to get the bike because he was really naughty. So he's got an idea. He went to the church and he stole the idol of Mary. Mary. Who is Mary? Mother of Jesus Christ. Right. Not idol of Mary. He stole the idol of young Jesus, right? The baby Jesus, infant Jesus. And he wrote a letter once again that I have kidnapped your baby. So if you want your baby back, please give me a bike in such a way. See how naughty the boy was, right? So that particular lesson was talking about how the mind of a teenager is going to be. So in a beautiful way, the narrator has explained it. So that is what the lesson is going to be. So from here you can expect the questions in the form of objective type. And from grammar, okay, so that is what. And from grammar, type of sentences. We have learned in this video that sentences are, it can be basically classified into assertive, imperative, interrogative and explanatory, right? So you will get a question. For example, this is, today is Monday. So if I say today is Monday, what kind of sentence it is? You will get the option assertive, imperative, interrogative and explanatory. You have to identify the correct sense. So this is type of sentences. Then coming to parts of speech. So we did not have the detailed discussion about parts of speech, dear children, but it is a very basic thing where we cannot skip it. So we have included. So the questions can be like, what is the noun form of this? What is the adjective form of this? Or identify the parts of speech. For example, snake and the mirror. If I say, what kind of a parts of speech is snake? What kind of parts of speech is snake? It is a noun. So you will get the questions and identify the underlying parts of speech. So if you get the question, then what do you need to say? The options are going to be noun, pronoun, adjective, or in such a way you will get. And this is not going to be a tough, trust me. Now phrase and clause. So phrase and clause we have learned, and what are phrase and clause and how many types of clauses are there. All the things are discussed. There were abandoned videos with you people where explanation was given. So how the questions can be explained? How the questions can be expected for this kind of questions? So I can tell you the questions are going to be like, this is a sentence. Imagine this is a sentence. And in your answer options, you will get, for example, snake and mirror. Let me take snake and the mirror. Okay, snake and the mirror. Now I will give you an option here. Which among the following is a phrase? Which among the following is a phrase? I give you snake and the third option, the mirror. So in this way, you will get the options. From the option, you are supposed to identify the correct phrase. Right? The clause is also going to be same way, where you will get a big sentence, and some of the parts will be written as options. From that, you have to identify which is going to be the clause. Okay. Now, coming to editing. How editing questions can come? You may please don't expect a big paragraph in editing part. Instead of that, right? We are going to give you the editing in a different way, where you will get a sentence here. Imagine this is the sentence. Okay. And the question is going to be, and you will get option A, B, C, D. Okay? For example, let me write one sentence. I went to market to bought few vegetables. I wrote a sentence in such a way. I went to market to bought few vegetables. So in this I am going to write I went to market to bought few vegetables. So the questions can be framed. So this is the sentence. In this, which is the wrong part? You have to find out. So I went to no to bought. Instead of this, what do you write? To buy. Okay. So in this way, you can expect the editing as well. Okay, dear children. So you need to refer the old videos related to this grammar topic, and also you need to buy the textbook. Or even in case if you did not get, please let us know. We will forward you the PDF version of the textbook. You can refer it. Okay, so these are the basic preparation for unit number 1, and along with this we are going to thoroughly refer the meanings which are given at the end of the textbook, and in between we are going to have the Zoom meetings as well, and with the help of that definitely we will be able to prepare for the examination very well, and I am sure that the first ever online examination of our school is going to be a very great event, and we expect good results as well. So we will come up with another video for the unit number 2, right, and which is words, sports and games. Children, you need to prepare this, go through this, and have a great day.